Hi, welcome to Noms, where we cook up fun little treats in a little bit of time. Today we're going to be making vegetarian sausage balls. When I was growing up, my mom would always make regular traditional sausage balls with pork sausage, breakfast sausage, but we don't eat a lot of meat in our family, so I've been messing around with for years trying to find a good vegetarian recipe, and so we're going to try one out today with Bisquick, asiago cheese with rosemary, and then a vegetarian sausage. I never want to grate cheese by hand, so we have this block of cheese, so instead of doing that by hand, we're going to use the little grater attachment that goes in our Cuisinart and make quick work of it. So we're going to go ahead and put the Bisquick and the shredded cheese into the mixer. So the reason we want to use the breakfast patty style sausage is that if you try to use vegetarian sausage, it's the crumbles or the kind that already come in the patty form and not in the kind of long tube, is that they're much drier and it's really hard to get your sausage balls to stick together. So I've made these a bunch of times as vegetarian sausage balls, and it's really hard finding the right kind of sausage to get you both the consistency, the flavor, and then also to have enough moisture in it to get them to stick together. So we're going to want to slice it up a little bit before we put it into chunks, so that it mixes a little bit better once we get going. And then we'll slowly add those chunks in. So we'll get this going and let the cheese and Bisquick start to mix together a little bit. And then we're just going to slowly add in the sausage. We're going to pop the mixer out here. Oops. Turn that a little bit. Pop the mixer out. Get those nice little bits out of the mixer. Okay, pop that out. All right, we're going to mix it together a little bit with the spoon, although it has a pretty good consistency. I think we're going to be all right here. So next thing we're going to do is set our spoon aside and grab out an ice cream scoop. This is really the best thing that I've found for scooping out the balls themselves, and I use this for doing cookies as well. So it should come out pretty good with this because it's nice and moist. It's a little crumbly, so we'll have to give it a little extra effort. Would like to be able to just scoop it right out with the sausage balls. We'll just take that. That one looks pretty good. We'll put it right on our baking pan. Just keep going. You can see we have our 16 sausage balls here, so we're gonna get these right in the oven that's been preheating at 355 degrees, or 350 degrees, sorry. Get the first set in, and then our second set of sausage balls in. So we're gonna set the timer here for 20 minutes. Recipe calls for 20 to 25, but this is a newer oven and I'm not quite used to it yet, so we're going to start on the shorter side and see where we get, and then maybe add a little bit of time later. It's been 20 minutes, so we're just going to take a quick look inside. You can see that they're looking pretty good, but I like to have them with a nice little brown on top, and they're not quite there, so I'm just going to put it in for a couple more minutes. All right, so we let it go for another 5 minutes, giving us the full 25. And you can see now that they're starting to get some browning on the sides and on the top, and that's where we want to see them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull them out now so they don't get overdone. See, now you can see really good there that you get the little brownness right there. That looks pretty good. And that one looks especially good. Grab the other one out. And those ones are looking good too. We're going to let these cool for about 10 minutes so they can set and they're not too hot to try one. You can see we got some yummy little crispies on this side here, so I'm gonna break one of those off and try the flavor. Yeah, that's pretty good. Those are gonna be really good once they're all set to go. A lot of flavor from the cheese. The asiago, I think, is a winner. It's been 10 minutes, so these should be good and set. So we're gonna plate these up on nice little holiday plates. Actually, don't really need the spatula too much. They come right off, so I'm just gonna by hand stack these up. There we go. We got a nice little presentation here on our holiday plate of yummy sausage balls. So I'm gonna set that down and I'm gonna try one. That's really good with the asiago and the rosemary. So I think that works out. We use that recipe again. Thanks again for joining.